Hey baby, I'm back from the boyfriend store. Yeah, I got me some Alfarius and Omega figures. Yep. Who is that? Well, let me tell you. Alfarius is the Primarch of the Alpha Legion. And I know you're thinking the Emperor made 20 Primarchs. Why are there 21? Well, when Alfarius was thrown into the warp as an infant, he was cloned or split into two different people. That's why they're the shortest Primarchs. They're kind of two halves of one person, but they are two individual people. And ironically, the Space Marines that become Alpha Legion, they're taller than most other Space Marines comparatively. So were able to pretend to be regular Space Marines by wearing regular Alpha Legion armor and walking around as if they were normal Space Marines. So they were able to sneak in on meetings, eavesdrops, or even hang out with the other Primarchs as if they were just normal Space Marines when they weren't. They were actually either Alfarius or Omega. The Alpha Legion is a legion of Space Marines that focused on espionage and convoluted, complex plots that, oddly enough, worked a lot of the time. It was weird. They were very successful, and some would say the most successful of all of the Space Marine legions, because even their failures seem to be a part of their plans. Like, during the Siege of Terror, they attacked a little too early, but the places where they attacked were obvious or not well known weak points that allowed the loyalists the ability to reinforce themselves before the main attack force of the traitors reached Terra. So it's like, oh, silly Alpha Legion, you attacked too early. You failed in your attempt to take over Terra. But actually, they were helping, in a way, the loyalists. So it's kind of hard to pinpoint whether or not the Alpha Legion is loyalist or traitor. Most likely half and half, because Alfarius believed that by defeating the Emperor and being quote unquote traitorous, he would be following a fated plot line that would allow chaos to eventually be killed through the destruction of humanity itself. So he was loyalist for the wrong reasons or going about it the wrong way. And Omegon supposedly disagreed with his brother slash twin slash himself and was loyalist truly, as if he wanted the Emperor to live and succeed, even if it meant humanity would fall to chaos. So part of the Alpha Legion is following Alfarius's plot point, and the other part is following Omegon. Or they're all on one accord. That is a part of the mystery and the nonsense that is the Alpha Legion. That's why it's really appropriate that their symbol is a Hydra, because there are multiple heads, multiple people behind the scenes figuring things out and making plots and plans. Because honestly, I believe the true Alpha Legion are a bunch of normal humans that aren't even Space Marines, because it's that wacky. Because Alpharius' whole thing is, my name is Alpharius, and that is a lie. And that is like a homage to his whole existence. He was lauded as the last Primarch to be found, when in reality, he was the first, when all the Primarchs were sent through the warp in order to find their homeland or get away from the Emperor. He was found really close to the palace, but he was hidden away by the Emperor and taught about espionage and how to control his Primarch power by Malkador the Sigillite. He was actually the reason why the blood games are carried out by the Custodes. Because Malkador was teaching him how to be sneaky, how to not be detected by psychers, and in order to test his skills, he decided to try to kill the Emperor. And he was very close to being successful, but his lasps, he messed up. He allowed himself to be detected for a split second. He lost focus, and Malkador saw him, perched in the balcony far off, aiming a spear of one of the Custodes right at the Emperor's carriage. But as he was aiming, about to fire, a Custodes found him. Valdor, I believe, the head Custode, found him, and they were dueling, or about to duel. And it seemed like, okay, we saw you, you got caught, but they noticed that the turrets were turrets. They're usually guarding the airspace of the palace, was pointed right at the Emperor. So whether or not he was to be killed by the Custodes or Malkador, Alpharius had a failsafe in play to take out the Emperor, even if he would fall. That's the kind of level of chicanery the Alpha Legion are known for. And that's why people love them. Like the actual Alpha Legion fans, they just go through the memes so hard that even if you beat them in a tabletop game, you're like, oh, that's exactly what I wanted you to do. And the next thing you know, they're in the back of your car waiting for you to drive home. Or was it their home? Or is it their car? You don't know. You're listening to ASMR right now. Or are you? This is ASMR, and that is a lie.